guys, this is Carrie.
And I'm Vinny.
And you're watching
Message
Monday. It's Monday! So, yeah. This is going to be a later video. By the time you see it, it'll probably be Tuesday.
So it's Transformation
Tuesdays! You get really excited when you say this.
I know I do.
He's the best. He gets really excited to say Message Monday. It's his favorite part.
So we've had a nice week. I mean, nothing has been really anything out of the ordinary. I mean, Carrie's going through things that they're not necessarily bad things.
I am.
We're all here for you.
Oh my god, I don't even know what I'm going through. What am I going through?
And
so yeah, it's been a typical thing, and I think we were just gonna sit here and talk. We actually don't really have, honestly, we're just being honest, that we don't really have anything specific that we're like, oh, this is what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
But we feel like it's good just to kind of say things. I'm really excited for, this is something I was thinking about the other day. I'm really excited to be able to look back on these in a year and to be able to watch these and just kind of see the things that we talked about. And but yeah, and so, but we just wanted to kind of talk to you guys, just what's going on. Our lives are pretty much in the same place, and we're kind of just doing our thing, and God has us in a place of waiting.
yeah, it's not really like just like a bunch of crazy things are happening or a bunch of things aren't happening. I'm going to work, I'm waking up, I'm going to work, take care of the dog, and my mom's boyfriend is been building a doghouse for the dog. On his weekends he's been coming out here and just really supporting us in that, learning how to do these things and
learn how to be a man, how to build stuff,
do that stuff.
Being manly,
and
growing some facial hair,
and have had a awesome opportunity to really get into a group of men. On Wednesday nights we have a men's Bible study, and it's been really nice to get together with guys from the church that I go to that I don't talk to when I'm at church, or guys that I noticed that were there that we know each other's names, but we just kind of
hey, yeah,
and it's amazing how you can go to church with the same people for weeks and not talk to them, not say anything to them. You know they're there, and you pass by, you make eye contact, but you just kind of skedaddle because I've got things to do and people to talk to, and I don't think God has called us to go and do stuff like that. I don't think God has called us to talk to the same people we talk to every week, stay in our comfort zone and not branch out. So I had a moment this week at church where I saw a guy sitting on the back pew just by himself, and I really felt led. My prayer before we start is, especially when I'm leading worship and we're in a circle, my prayer is always, God, allow us to see the ones that are broken, or allow us to be obedient to your voice when you say go, and go talk to them. And that's huge. I'm not sure how that reflects on anybody, but for me this week, it reflected on this one gentleman, and it was really awesome to talk to him, to find out that he is beginning what I started a couple years ago. And I can see what people say when they say, oh, a couple years ago you don't even remember, but you can even speak. The words coming out of your mouth where you barely understand what you were saying. And I see this guy and I go, wow, that's where I was.
I didn't know him 2 years ago.
But it's really amazing to get to see that.
Yeah.
And so that's a prayer, just allowing God to speak to your heart, and you be obedient to that, and you go forward and you say, yes, I'm going to go, I'm going to say yes to you. I'm not going to shrink back in fear and say, I'm not sure if I really want to do that right now, Lord.
Yeah. And I think it's true, because that's something that I am as you guys get to know me, I'm someone who very much stays in my comfort zone. I like my Carrie bubble, and I'm very introvert. I'm very, yes, I'm very introvert, and I just like my comfort. I like, I don't like change. I don't like things to be different, but I know that God calls us to love each other and to encourage each other. And there is a girl who goes to my church who I've known for quite some time, and she's about my age. So she's not like a young girl that I'm talking to, but we all have our struggles. And she just told me her and her boyfriend broke up, and she just told me, she's like, it's just, I'm sad, and I feel like I wasn't good enough. You know, and I understand that there's so many times that we just as people feel that way, and we feel like we're not good enough. And so I had her read Ephesians 2, and I told her, I was like, let me know what you find out that God calls us. And at the end of that chapter, God refers to us as his masterpiece. And I know we've heard that before. It's kind of cliche, you know, but it's true. Like, and her and I were talking, she's like, that makes me feel amazing. Because I was trying to get her to understand where her identity lies, and it lies in not in a guy's approval. It doesn't lie in a job. It doesn't lie in anything of this world. But if we're a believer, it lies in Christ. It lies in God. And so what I was trying to get her to understand is, out of everything that God created, he considers us his masterpiece. Like, he considers us his like precious creation. And so when we're down on ourselves or we're inadequate, like, no, our worth is in the creator of the world. Our worth is in a God who has created and can do anything. And so, but, and the reason I say that, and that's really cool, and that story is awesome, because she's like, wow, I feel great, and I'm just like overwhelmed in a good way, and I'm just so excited, and I was really excited to see her that way. But if I was to stay in my comfort zone, and this has nothing to do with me, but if I was to stay in my comfort zone, like, that revelation or that knowledge probably wouldn't have been passed to her, because she literally just texted me and said, hey, are you free? Can I talk? And literally everything we did was over text message. And, but my natural self, like, normally, like, I don't reach out to people. I'm very shy. I feel awkward. And so, but because God, with this specific girl, he's kind of opened me up to, like, hey, encourage her. Hey, talk to her. And again, she feels like she can talk to me. And God opens up those relationships that you wouldn't really expect. And that's something that I really want to encourage you guys to do. But that's something that we encourage you to do, because him and I were actually talking today, like, what kind of life is it to live if it's just for yourself? Like, you go to work, you go and make money for yourself, or for your husband or wife, or even your kids, and all you do is just keep to yourself. Yeah. Like, you just do things for yourself, and it's like, why? What is that doing? What fulfillment is that, or anything?
The kingdom is at hand, and that is huge. The kingdom is at hand, and when I go, and that's what we're kind of talking about at church this weekend, was when I go to work, the kingdom is at hand there. Mm-hmm. And when we're sitting here in front of a camera, the kingdom is at hand here. And when we go to church, the kingdom is at hand there. And when I'm at the car wash talking to the guys getting my oil changed today, the kingdom is at hand there. So it's not about, it's like, where are your eyes at? Are my eyes on myself going, I'm going to work, I'm doing my job, I'm taking care of this, I'm doing that? Or is it, the kingdom is at hand?
Yeah. It's so true, because the kingdom is at hand, because we had no idea what we were talking about. Like, literally, like, 10 minutes ago, we were like, what are we to talk about for our Message Monday? We need to film. It's like 9 o'clock on Monday night, and him and I are just getting to the point where we're together, where we could film. So guys, be encouraged this week. Reach out to someone. The kingdom is at hand. He has us in these places for a reason, even if it's a small place. And again, it's not saying, like, hey, you must love Jesus. No, it's be love, be Christ to the world, and that's what we have for you guys. So have a great week.